If you upload it, they will come. Hey, before we get started, did you see the live action DBZ trailer that those filmmakers made?
Yeah, I think it was faithful. Just the production value looked kind of
Yeah,
shitty.
yeah, yeah.
It was alright though.
It's pretty cool. Now,
No,
my favorite thing of it was probably Tien and the Goku Vegeta fight.
I kind of like the whole Piccolo sacrificing himself, or whoever was playing Krillin. Oh my god, that nigga looks so deformed.
You know what? People in the comments were saying Krillin looked down syndrome. I'm like,
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I was like, oh my god, Krillin, what happened to your face, dog?
oh man.
Oh shit. Alright, we need to stop procrastinating.
Okay, okay.
Alright,
It's fun, yo.
so, well, I know, I'm probably gonna leave this shit in. So I hit the record button when we were supposed to go, and then it turned into like a random tangent, so fuck it. Okay. So we're just gonna go say what's up at the same time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. What's up?
What's up?
Fuck! Fuck it!
Alright.
We're moving on.
Okay, yeah, we moving on.
Hi. Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Insane Game Freak here, and
BDUB, the anime master.
here on Anime Real Talk TV, and we decided to give you guys a tips video. Yay!
Tips on buying anime and where to buy anime, how to save up to buy anime. You know, just tips on, being an anime collector, pretty much.
We're giving you the basics.
Yeah.
And this is off the top of the dome, so don't expect some fucking scripted, magical, amazing shit. But this is just things we've learned. B-Dub will probably end up teaching me something, because that nigga's been collecting for like years, man.
Yeah, I've been collecting for about a decade. So.
Motherfucker. Well, I'll let you start off first, since you got all this fucking wisdom.
The wisdom is in me. Well, I started collecting anime, like officially collecting anime, with a job, when I was 15, 14. I don't fucking remember. I know it was like I don't fucking remember, but I know the first thing I bought was, the Dragon Ball Z single DVDs of the Majin Buu and Fusion Saga. Now, when I got my first check, I said, you know what? I'm going to GameStop and I'll get me some Dragon Ball Z. And then that motherfucker was like, yo, y'all got that Dragon Ball Z? Like, yeah, dude, it's over there in the DVD section. So I went over there and I looked. I said, okay, Toonami, they're having a break right now after Vegeta had self-destructed. So I'm like, okay, I need to try to find the episodes close to that, because I already had the Super Saiyan 3 VHS. I watched that like 1 billion times and broke that motherfucker. So I'm like, okay, I need to
God damn.
yeah, I need to rebuy that and buy this. So I bought the Majin Buu Go Tanks episodes and the episodes when not Kid Buu, what's his name? Super Buu first appeared. And I bought those. They was like $30 fucking a piece, $60 on 2 DVDs with 3 episodes a piece. Damn. And you people complain about anime prices today. You're a fucking idiot. Like, I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real. You're a fucking idiot. But anyway.
God damn.
I mean, I'm just keeping it real. But, I mean, first things first, obviously, you need to have a job if you want to buy and collect anime. Now, if you're a teenager, you can pretty much have more freedom to spend your money on pretty much whatever the fuck you want, depending on your living situation. Like if your parents don't make you, like pay bills or help pay bills. It depends on how much you get paid as well. If you're working a job like, I'm gonna say, I don't know, Walmart or McDonald's or some shit like that, you're pretty much gonna probably, like I said, depending on your living situation, you're pretty much gonna probably have that money all to yourself and maybe help out from time to time. But with that money, I would say save that shit first. Like, of course, the impulse would be like, I got my first check. I'm finna buy some fucking anime. And and it's like, I feel you, because that's exactly what I did. But, you know, because I did it like that, I can kind of continue to have that mindset for a little while, and I was pretty much broke as shit constantly because I kept, buying, DVD after DVD. Then I bought Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Then I bought more DVDs. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I'm DVD heaven. But yeah, save your money. First, maybe save a first couple of checks. Then, pretty much, I would say the best thing to do is like buy and what's the word I'm looking for? Like in packs or hauls. Buy a couple box sets, maybe a few manga volumes. If you're collecting a manga series that releases every month or bi-monthly, just buy that one volume every time it gets released, and just cop that. But I know some anime can be expensive. Like even today, some of it can be a little expensive. Not compared to in the single DVD days and the Genuine days where chipboard boxes were about $200. What?
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, $200. Oh yeah, memories, man, fucked up memories. But what I was saying, yeah, some anime can be a little expensive, so I would like, just from my personal buying experience, I would buy online like 90% of the time, like, because before I started to buy online, which
Fuck
is
retail. That's
yeah, fuck retail.
yeah, seriously. Nowadays, the motherfuckers charge you the insane amount of prices, and the thing is, well, a lot of retail stores, you're paying for the money that goes to the company plus the money that's going to the store you're buying it from. So like, MSRP is like $40 something, even though you probably can get that shit online for like 30 or like 25 or some shit. And that's because you're not only paying for the DVD, but you're like paying the store for having the DVD there. And I'm like, and what makes it even worse is that the physical copies, like in Best Buys or wherever, honestly, they don't even. First off, the anime selection in stores are like ass now. Like I went Best Buy, my Best Buy used to have like a whole fucking area dedicated to it.
Oh hell yeah, man!
Now it's just like a fucking like a
spot.
Yeah, like a tiny 5-row spot, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is like. And then what kills it is they don't update it at all. Like I think not an anime that I usually see. If you're like a casual fan and you're only getting like something like Naruto or Pokemon or fucking Dragon Ball Z, you'll find that retail. But if you're trying to get something obscure, like I don't know, maybe like All My Goddess or fucking Pumpkin Scissors or fucking or any sub-only DVDs, honestly, I'll give you that. If you're the
pretty much anything Sentai.
Yeah, you're not gonna find anything Sentai. Maybe High School Today. That's like the only Sentai thing you'll find.
Yeah, but that's a dub. I'm talking about like subtitle Sentai release.
Yeah, I'm just like the majority of the Sentai stuff you aren't gonna find.
Yeah.
So online is where to go. And actually, as a side note, because I started later. I think I started in 2007, 2008. And my whole thing was, I didn't have any plans to become a collector. It turned into that over time due to a whole bunch of influences. So originally, my only goal was to just buy the entirety of the One Piece series, because if anyone knows, 2007 is when Funimation got the rights and they started releasing all the DVDs from the beginning. That's why I have the 2007 version of like the first season 1 Voyage 1 collection. The original 13 episode box set, which I spent like, what was it, $37 when it first came out or some shit. It was ridiculous. And even though now you motherfuckers can buy like the first 20 something episodes for fucking $20. I spent more than that for fucking half of those. So be grateful, bitches, for the collection.
Yeah, be very grateful. Seriously.
Yeah, but like when I started my thing, I even remember the first 2 series I bought. I blind bought Kenichi, the first part of it, and then I bought One Piece. And there's a lot of ins and outs and things you're liable to fuck up on when you first start collecting. Like, for example, here's another tip. Study the companies you're buying your shit from. It's anime, it's not that many companies. Really, we have like, 4, 5 maybe?
Yeah, I mean, this day, like maybe 5.
Yeah, and that's if you're just anime. You know, if you're collecting manga, you add like another 2 maybe.
Yeah.
No, well 2 or 3. Empress, Viz, and Kodansha. Like
Don't
it.
forget about Dark Horse.
Yeah, Dark Horse.
Hey,
But
Dark Horse, did they put out Gantz, man?
yeah, well, obviously, because you're a Gantz fan, so I knew that was coming. I don't really buy anything from Dark Horse. That's the only reason why I say that. But the whole thing is that study up on the companies that you're buying shit from. Like for example, you know damn well if you're gonna get shit from NIS, you need to be prepared to spend over $100.
Yeah.
Why? Because if you're buying, I don't know why the fuck you would do this, but if you're buying MSRP, you're spending like $70 on a fucking 13 episode box set anyway. Even on Right Stuff, you're still spending like 50. So, and that's if the series is only 13 episodes. Now, mind you, NIS is pretty much, most of this shit is 13 episodes, give or take a few series, but the whole point is, you know, watch the companies you're buying from. Funimation and Sentai are pretty fair for the most part, but like, and Viz is too, but, and also know what your history of the company you're fucking with. Like, for example, Viz, if it's a series you don't think is going to be very popular, get that shit quick. That's another tip. If there's a series that comes out that that you know isn't going to be necessarily popular, get that shit when it first comes out. Why? Because at least for Viz anyway, Viz has that paranoid tendency of dropping shit after a while, and then shit just disappears. Like Shaman King volumes are missing. Fucking Eye Shield volumes are missing. Like
Hunter x Hunter volumes are missing.
Oh, well, that's what they got that digital shit for. They've been like killing up on that
But
digital.
I want my physical copy.
I want my physical.
That physical, man. Physical media. It ain't dead yet. It ain't dead yet, homie.
Fuck that. Yo, actually, that's another reason why you want to get that shit quick. Physical media is getting kind of raped right now. I don't know how long they're going to keep that shit. So, first rule, go for them physical copies. And also, I guess this will be my next one, and I'll let BDUB have some more. Try to get short series. Those are like the easiest to get because you're only buying like one box set. And nowhere in like with Funimation, for example, they have save editions of a lot of their older short series. Like I think All My Goddess right now, you can get the first season for like $18. And All My Goddess only has I think like 2 seasons and like a movie or something. Try to kill out the first series, like the short ones. The ones that are only like 26 or 50 episodes. Even like FMA Brotherhood, that's like 64. That's still short enough, and it's done. You know, versus something like Naruto and One Piece that are still going, and them box sets, because those box... Wow, I don't know what the fuck I just said. I thought I said box sex. What the fuck was that? No, but those...
Anti-label?
No!
Yeah?
Wait, it probably is. But no, like, try to get the shit that, you know, is short.
Yeah.
So, BDUB, hit him up with some more tips.
Yeah, speaking on the short series thing, short series would be better if you're first starting out. I mean, I didn't start out with a short series, obviously, it's fucking Dragon Ball Z. But, because, like, if you're buying, let's say, what could be used for an example? Let's say you buy Eden of the East. That's 11 episodes, 1 box set, DVD, Blu-ray combo pack. You can get that for a good price, and the 2 movies as well, and you're done. And it's like if you collect something like One Piece, you have to collect the collection box sets. And those you have to get 8 of those, then continue with the season 4 DVD parts. Or if you want to wait, you can wait for the collections of those. But that shit might take like another year and a half. But cause you know, like from my experience, like sometimes I buy so much shit at the same time. Like I've been collecting Dragon Ball Z Kai, and the last volume I bought was volume 4, and I need to buy volumes 5 through 8. I still have to finish the Dragon Box. I need Dragon Box 6 and 7. I still need to get Dirty Pair. I need to get Dirty Pair box set 2, the OVAs, the movies, Dirty Pair Flash. Like it's like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? But cause it's like so much shit be coming out. It's like I gotta get that brand new, finish collecting this series, or should I get these out of print volumes of set series? Not to mention collecting manga at the same time. Like the only manga I'm collecting now is Negima, Tenjo Tenj, Love Hina, and Gantz and Rurouni Kenshin Viz Big Editions. I only have like 2 of those, and I bought that shit like 2 years ago. So I really get back on that shit. So it's like I have these hiatuses where it's like, oh, when's the last time you bought the Naruto box sets? Last year. Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it happens when you're like I guess you can say a hardcore collector. Like me.
If you're doing an overall collecting kind of deal,
Yeah.
The problem is, I'll put it this way: if you're the kind of person who sticks to one particular genre, you'll have a better time than someone who collects every different genre. Because if you're collecting, well, unless it's shonen, because then shonen you're kind of fucked because those series are long as fuck anyway. But if you're collecting some like short series and you're only sticking to, I don't know, let's say shoujo for example, you only have to worry about shoujo. But when you collect a whole bunch of different genres of stuff, anything from shonen to seinen to shoujo to bai shonen and all that other shit, it gets really complicated and confusing, and there's like 6 different things you're worrying about, and then you end up in the thing is, and this is the problem I'm having right now in terms of manga, where I'll collect a shit ton of one thing and then forget about 2 or 3 other series. Like for right now, I still haven't finished Aishield or Shaman King yet, but I've been collecting the hell out of like Itsawari Bito and Blue Exorcist. And the same thing can go for anime too. Like, I'm trying to think on the top of my head. Is there an anime series I didn't do that? Well, damn, I can't think of. I can't think of an anime. I'm trying to think of an anime series I did that with, but you can go ahead if you have something.
I mean, I was collecting Bakuman in High School of the Dead, and I haven't bought that since last year. So,
oh god.
I mean, it's because it's like I want to buy certain shows, finish up some stuff, get some limited editions. That's another thing that kills me, because I put limited editions over finishing up a series that I'm already collecting. It's like, because that's the reason why my One Piece collection is so fucked up. Because it's like I bought the original, you know, the Voyage sets, right? I bought the first 8 Voyage sets for seasons 1 and 2. And then I took like a long 1-year hiatus, didn't buy no One Piece because I was buying other stuff. Fucked around, and the Voyage sets went out of print. So now I have to have some of the collections to fill that gap. So my One Piece collection is old Voyages, some collections, and now the season 4 shit. It's like fucked up. I mean, I don't really give a shit, but it's like, you know, cause that's what happens when you like take a break from collecting a long series and you just buy other shit. Yeah. I should have like focused on it, but I didn't, cause it was like too much shit. I put like limited edition, especially when Funimation started putting out these chipboards. Man, I'm like, man, fuck that. Get the Dragon Ball later. I want that, or I want this, or I get Kai later. I want that. It's like that's why I think the only show I completed within the last year was probably Brotherhood. Like I bought all 5 Blu-rays of that. I mean, it's pretty simple. 5 Blu-ray volumes, boom, boom. It's like I'm done, you know. But you can say the same thing about Kai. It's like 8 of those, but it's like it's Dragon Ball Z. I've seen it a bajillion times, so it's kind of like in the back of my mind, it's like I don't need to buy that now. But
that's like another tip, y'all. People who want to get into this shit, prioritize which series you know you're gonna dedicate buying every shit when it comes out. Like you need to pick like, and I wouldn't even pick that many. Pick like it depends on how long they are. Like for me, the ones I will always get on release date is One Piece shit. I'm trying to think on top of my head. Because I don't have series that are just like, my shit always changes because a lot of my shit is short series. Like when Sekirei first came out, that was the shit I was like, I'm getting that day one. I'm getting that day one. You have to have like a list of day one shit and things you can afford to skip on. Like for FMA, I have the original like, 5 DVD sets, even though they have the collections now. If I know I don't really care too much about getting collections, or if I think it's gonna still be in print, I'll put like something like, we got the recent Bandai stuff. I'll put something like Outlaw Star or Rekka 7 over it because I know those are Bandai titles and those are getting out of print soon. Prioritize and make sure you have a list of things you know you are going to get every time it comes out and set your money accordingly. And then if you see shit that just happens to be in and you just happen to have the money for it, fuck it. But if you don't, then stick to what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, especially if you, if you pay bills and live on your own, you really gotta budget your money accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And depending on what kind of job you have, you could probably have some extra money put to the side for your anime manga needs, maybe some video games. But we talk about anime right now. But um, yeah, I would say concentrate on what you want to get. Like I want to collect Tenjo 10s, for example. I've been collecting those Tenjo 10s Viz Media omnibus volumes since they started releasing those. Like every single time they've been coming out, I have been buying them on either release date or a week after the release date. Like continuously. Like I'm just like consistent with it. I need to start doing that with my anime releases, you know. But I mean, it'd be too much fucking shit. It's like, oh, this coming out, that coming out, this coming out. Okay, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. I buy this, I buy this, I buy that. So, yeah, I mean, it's fucking crazy. And another problem with like buying a bunch of shit is that you would watch something and then forget about it, and then you have like this huge backlog of anime that you kind of half-ass watched. Like I'm looking at my backlog now. I still haven't finished watching Martian Successor, Nadesco, One Piece, Naruto, Two Love Ru, a whole bunch of shit. I'm just looking at a whole bunch of shit. It's like ridiculous. And then if I buy more shit on top of that, that will get added to the backlog. So,
but there is one advantage of that. It's a backlog, but it isn't like you don't already have it, so you can watch it whenever the fuck you have the time. Actually, here's another section to go into. Because I know a lot of people always question this, but the whole concept of blind buying anime DVDs and shit.
I used to do that back in the day, but not anymore.
Okay. Because I'm kind of different. Like, I'll put it this way, guys. Depends on what kind of anime fan you are. If you're really picky, don't ever blind buy. It just does not work. For someone like me who, I'm pretty open-minded, half the series I own, I blind bought. I blind bought Kimi no Todoke, which is a hell of a risk considering it was like $50. I blind bought Anohana. I blind bought Wagner. I'm blind buying a lot of fucking NIS. Actually, I think almost all the NIS titles I bought, I blind bought. Yeah, which is kind of insane. I even blind bought Durarara when it first came out. I had heard of it, but I blind bought a lot of my shit. But for me, it works. For the most part, I don't regret the majority of the stuff I blind bought. Give or take like one or two series. Like Needless is one I kind of regret. Anohana, I don't necessarily regret, but it's not like if I was put in that position again now with some type of hint of what I was in for, I don't know if I would have blind bought it a second time. Like if I knew what I knew now. And oh yeah, Kanokon. Fucking horrible decision. That one I hate. But that one was like $18, so it didn't really make me too furious. But in terms of the concept of blind buying, it's not for everyone. For me, I find it fun and interesting because I'm more inclined to watch a series that I've never watched before when I first get it than a series that I've never seen before. Than a series I've already seen a million times. Example. I'm a huge One Piece fan, but I have not rewatched all those fucking collections. I rewatched maybe like the first one, and then I just kind of dicked around with the other seven.
Yeah, I mean, because you already have that. It's the same discs. It's like
I have the series already, and I've seen the same episodes like twice. Probably like 3 times already now. So I'm good on that front. So when it comes to blind buying, choose at your own risk.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I used to blind buy, not heavily, but I blind bought a couple shows. I think it was Mabaraho. No, it was not Mabaraho. It was what was it? What the fuck did I blind buy? I don't fucking remember. I know I blind. I got so much anime. I probably don't even have it anymore. But I did blind buy like 2 or 3 series that were. I mean, luckily they were good shows. But I stopped doing that because I didn't want to get into a situation where I would buy a full box set and then the show sucks and I have to return it. It's like, I'm going to just watch a few episodes, beforehand on demand on TV, you know what I'm saying, or read about it on the internet or something like that. But what else I wanted to talk about as far as tips? Double dipping. Like you mentioned about your One Piece box sets. Double dipping, only do that shit
if you really like the show.
Really like the show. Yeah, pretty much. Because, I mean, I mean, that reason, and if you feel like the newer version is worth an upgrade, if it's like a Blu-ray version or a new DVD remaster version, or maybe more special features, I mean, or you just want a pretty box set, like the
Yeah,
Panty and Stocking, something like that. But
because that, depending on the show, it's a bitch. Like for me, I have the worst because I'm doing that for One Piece and collecting the manga for One Piece, which
yeah,
that's a bitch. And then I recently, some of you may know, on my second channel bought Durara, and that wasn't. If you want to know the overall amount of money I spent on that series in total
don't tell,
now,
don't tell them.
it's almost $300. Like
Oh my goodness.
it was like 120 for the original, and then another 150. So yeah, about 170. $170. I mean $270. My bad. So you only do that for the shit you like, and I think I did that for Sakurai too. I only did that for the first season because with Funimation they come out with these chipboard box sets, and the original 13 ones that are in that flimsy ass box don't really work well in those chipboards. Like they want you to get the DVD Blu-ray combo pack of that shit. And Sakurai, I had the original 13. As I said, I bought that shit when it came out. So I had the really flimsy ones. I had to go back and I bought the fucking re-release, the Blu-ray DVD version. And I'm probably gonna do that for Sengoku Basara too, but that's not really high on my list right now.
Yeah.
In terms of double dipping, I'm just sticking to One Piece. What?
That just comes down to research. Because I remember that video when you bought the Sengoku Basara and you was like raging that it didn't fit inside the box.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yo, you gotta do your research, man. They changed the box sets. They're making them Blu-ray size now. So, I mean, I've known about that for a month. That's why you have to, stay on them forums, man. Because you'll miss out on some information. Yeah. That's another thing, people. Check out them forums. Check out Fandom Post. And that's it. Because everybody else is kind of biased, in my opinion.
Yeah, Anime News Network is not someone you go for.
Nah.
You go there for news articles, but you never go there for like reviews and shit. Because they don't ever get shit they recommend. No, I don't even want to say. It's not like everyone there is horrible, but like it's too much of a gamble with them fuckers. That's the problem. Because half the series I like, they hate. And besides, people need to realize a review is one of those things that, it's kind of a recommendation, but you're the one ultimately deciding if you want to watch the show or not. But that's me kind of getting off on topic, but I guess the next thing we could talk about are sites to fuck with, since we said shop online because retail is ass.
I mean, like, one more thing about double dipping. I double dipped on plenty of series. Like, I'm currently finna double dip for the Tenchi Muyo stuff. And I double...
Well, that's like your favorite series anyway.
Yeah. And I double dipped on Dragon Ball Z like 4 fucking times.
You hold the record so far for the most double dipping for any series. I've never seen one double dip that much for DBZ.
Yeah, I know. I mean, because each version has their own pros and cons. Like the Orange Bricks, Bruce Faulkner. Cons, shitty video quality. Dragon Boxes, epic everything. Con, no Bruce Faulkner. Dragon Ball Z Kai, great dub, faster pace. Cons, no Buu Saga. At least not right now. So it's like...
don't forget about those Blu-rays that had everything on it, but got canceled after like 2 of them. Still fucking have those, by the way.
Yeah, I still got one too.
Ain't that a bitch? It was like, what was it, like 34 episodes? Nothing was accomplished.
Right. Hopefully that should have come back one day.
Yeah, they're probably gonna start from the beginning though, and I'm like, I guess I gotta get this newer version of the same fucking Blu-rays.
Buying the Reddit saga for like 8 times.
Oh god, I don't even like that saga that much.
But yeah, going on to sites. My favorite sites to buy anime is, of course, RightStuff.com. Now, originally, I never bought from Right Stuff. My first Right Stuff purchase was in 2008. It was 2 GTO volumes. Great Teacher Onizuka. It was pretty much a test because I heard about the site. I heard it was awesome. I knew about Right Stuff since I was in fucking high school. I just never fucking bought from it. So when I bought the volume, I said, let me try this shit out. I knew you bought it, about 2 GTO volumes. And the service was great, the price was great, the shipping was fast. I said, this is pretty damn good. So, within that next couple months, I started buying, some old school Geneon shit like the Van Dread chipboard and the Trigun 10s and Yu Yu Hakusho volumes. I just say, you know what, Right Stuff is the shit. But like, but before Right Stuff, I always bought from Amazon.com. Now back then, like in 2007 and 8, Amazon's anime prices used to be pretty ridiculous from what I remember. But back then I really didn't give a shit because it was like, fuck it, I want to get Samurai 7 and GTO and Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't care if it's damn near retail from time to time. But I started to be more. I mean, I do shop between Amazon and Right Stuff, but I'm pretty much a Right Stuff guy. I mean, Right Stuff prices are just fucking awesome. Their packaging is great. They have sales on certain companies from time to time, like a Funimation sale or a Sentai sale
or this fucking holiday sale that's raping my wallet.
Yeah, the holiday sales is ridiculous. Like, straight cheap fucking anime. Gotta check it out.
Yeah,
check it out.
My God. Fucking God. But for me, it's kind of pretty much the same. Like, when I first started buying anime, I originally started out on Amazon. I hadn't even heard of Right Stuff. I don't even remember how. I actually don't even remember the video I figured out about Right Stuff. I think what happened is I found about it, but I could never get to the site because the thing people don't tell you is that when you go to rightstuff.com, it's not 2 F's at the end. It's 1. Right. And it took me like 3 months to realize this because I didn't know what the fuck it was. And so I got to the site, and the thing about Right Stuff is Right Stuff has a lot of tricks you can use to get shit cheaper than even what you would think you could get it for. Like the Got Anime membership, the idea that if you live in the U.S. and if you're the kind of person who pre-orders a lot of shit, pre-order a whole bunch of shit that's over $50 and get shipping free. Because Right Stuff, as you know, well, you may not know, for some reason has this kick-ass tendency of fucking shipping new releases early. Particularly if they're from, like, Funimation or Sentai or Viz or something. But for the most part, you get a lot of new releases way earlier than you're supposed to. And that's just great.
Yeah, that's one of the most fucking. I discovered that I pre-ordered my first pre-order that I did that with was Funimation's re-release of Love Hina back in spring of 2009, and that shit shipped like a month and a half early. I was like, really? That is fucking awesome.
Yeah. But there's a pro and a con to that. The pro is that you get shit early. The con is if you gotta make sure you got the money in there early too.
Yes, I have been burned by that plenty of times.
That's another tip. If you're gonna shop for Right Stuff and you like the pre-order shit, make sure you got that money in like early, just in case, because you look like a dumbass. It's like, oh, well, you overdrawn your account because you ain't had enough money to pay for that fucking new, I don't know, Bleach box set, or you wanted to get that fucking Inuyasha Final Act DVD. Just saying, so.
Or Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, Blu-ray, because 1080p motherfuckers.
1080p, even though it's an upscale. But because I remember there was times where I think this happened with my a recent one, not that recent, but it was.
It was recent enough.
Yeah, recent enough. The Rosario Vampire box sets, I pre-ordered that. It was like $75, and I looked at my bank account. It was like right after Thanksgiving too. I'm like chilling. I'm eating some pie, and I checked my bank account. I said, let me check my bank account real quick on the internet. I went to that motherfucker. It's like a red dash. I'm like, oh shit, $75.98 has been taken out of Right Stuff. The Right Stuff Iowa, some shit. I'm like, oh damn. Let me go to the bank and put that money in that motherfucker. Like, that shit.
And this is why people, this is why Beat Up told you to save earlier.
Yeah, save fucking money. Like,
it's a fail safe.
Yeah,
just in case.
Cause, like, sometimes I forget about pre-orders because I pre-order so well in advance. Like I pre-ordered the Tenchi stuff back in September when Funimation was having their sale. Now, of course, I'm going to remember my Tenchi shit, but I almost forgot about Lane was coming out as well because I forgot they delayed it. And I'm like, hold on, don't I get another pre-order? Oh shit, Lane! so I checked my bank account. Like, okay, yeah, I got the money now. All right, okay, I'm straight. Because I just almost forgot about that motherfucker. Because I also pre-ordered that in September, and I didn't get it until damn near the end of the month, last month, November. So yeah, save your money and remember your fucking pre-orders. Write that shit down.
Yeah, especially when you get into these months where they fucking rape your wallet like this year has been like.
Yes, the fuck you month. A lot of people has been complaining, not complaining, but like, what does the fuck you month mean? People are saying that. Like,
What it simply is when me and BDUB did a video similar to this earlier not earlier this year, like a few months ago. Essentially, the fuck you month encompasses. Originally, it was just supposed to be October, but as the months went on, we just realized it's essentially to the end of the year, where there's a shit ton of crap coming out, and there's no feasible way for you to be able to pay for all of this unless you ain't spending money on anything else.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, if you don't buy Christmas presents for nobody, you ain't going nowhere. You just gonna sit in your fucking house and watch some anime. That's the only way you can afford this shit, because it's too fucking much. Like,
too much shit.
I think I have spent in the course of these 3 months probably well over $1,000.
Damn.
And that's not even, and still got Christmas shopping, so.
Exactly.
Life's a bitch. And and December isn't over yet. That's the other problem.
Yeah, it ain't over.
Yeah. The fucking One Piece DVDs and Tenchi come out, right?
Exactly. I was about to say that, yeah.
Oh, God. So that's where the fuck you month comes from. It comes from the obvious fact that, we shouldn't even say month, we should say months. The fuck you months. Because it's been essentially anything from, October to December, essentially?
Pretty much.
Yeah. And I've already raped my wallet with a lot of this shit. Oh, and by the way, half of that shit's just sitting on my counter that I haven't fucking watched the rent yet.
See what happens? You buy a lot of anime and you got a backlog.
So just, the backlog isn't a huge issue because, as I said, you can watch that at your leisure now. You ain't gotta have a fucking computer to fucking download episodes of fucking, I don't know, like the new One Piece, dub episodes. Just fucking pop the DVD in when you're bored and just have fun with it. But I guess the other thing is, as far as Amazon's concerned about buying anime, Amazon is pretty good. The only problem you will have with Amazon is that fucking shipping. And if you've already had a Prime account, I pray for your soul, because some of them places you get because you have with Amazon, it's you can buy shit from the distributor, and you can also just buy it straight through Amazon. Straight through Amazon is the only way you could get Prime anyway, because Prime doesn't work on just shit from other distributors. I don't believe it does anyway. And the thing is that the shipping gets kind of fucking ridiculous. It's insane how ridiculous that shit gets. I think the last anime I bought was some Zatch Bell DVDs, because you're not gonna find that on Right Stuff. Amazon is a good place to find shit that are from companies that don't exist anymore and don't have rescues by different companies. The Zatch Bell, Viz is still going, and Viz just hasn't re-released those. I bought a Zatch Bell DVD volume that has 4 episodes on it for $5, and the shipping was $15. Too fucking much. Too fucking much.
Yeah.
So, oh god. Oh yeah, and I guess that to wrap this up, I guess the question probably would be, why would you want to collect anime?
Because awesome.
Well,
really. Me personally, I like having the shows. I like having the ability to have my favorite shows and watch them, at my leisure, or pick a favorite episode, or rewatch an entire series again because I thought it was fucking amazing and awesome. I always had this feeling or mentality, or whatever you want to call it. If I watch a show and I liked it, I'm like, oh man, I want to buy that. I watched Van Dread and Blue Seed on Star's Action Channel back in 2003, 2004. And I was like, man, this shit is fucking fantastic. But they got DVDs? Where can I buy this shit, I always had that mindset that I wanted to buy the show. I track it down, because back then, anime was horribly expensive, because, the singles and shit. And not to mention, it was, I didn't do too much online shopping. My favorite place to buy anime at that time was Suncoast Video. They had a shit ton of anime.
And then they went under.
Yes, old school, new school, and then they died. That shit pissed me off to a great level. And I was like, well, I gotta deal with Best Buy. And then Best Buy was great. I mean, Best Buy was great at first. Prices, no, but it was a great section of like anime.
You had variety, and you know you could get shit still.
I mean, there was like almost 2 rows, or like 2 cases, however you want to call it, of anime. Like, yes, I will start coming to Best Buy. Then 2 years later, nope, you get a slot. And I'm like, okay, fuck it, Amazon, right stuff. But, yeah.
Well, in terms of my reasoning, my reasoning comes from a lot of different things. Originally, I was just originally when I first started collecting, as I said, I originally just wanted to buy all One Piece. That was my main goal. I wasn't even worried about like other anime in general. But there's a few things that kind of go into that. I was first off, the whole Right On sustain industry was like part of my inspiration for becoming a collector. And then BDUB actually ended up, originally, that's how I was introduced to your channel, was through that big ass series of videos of you showing off your collection. And the idea of just having this cool ass collection of all these shows that you've watched, which is a cool idea to me in general. But the other reasoning is that by buying the shit, I mean, I hate to do it this way, but you gotta think of it in a selfish way. I'm the kind of person who likes to watch dub and subs. To get dubs, that means they have to get licensed over here by a company. In order for the company to have the money to actually license the show, let alone dub it, they gotta have some money. Where do they get the money? From the other shows that they've licensed that they sell. So the way I think of it is that for one, I'm helping the companies that are dubbing the shows that I like to watch in English. And two, I'm getting to own the shows that I enjoy the hell out of and then get to enjoy them in 2 different languages. Mind you, not all the shows are like that because honestly, the fan base is, no offense, actually, yeah, a lot of anime fans are selfish motherfuckers. I'm sorry. Don't, and people are gonna be like, no, that's not true. We just don't. No, motherfucker, you bitches pay for Netflix and Hulu and shit, and you motherfuckers have jobs and you spend money on $60 games. Don't give me that shit. You have money. And plus that, I just find torrenting and downloading and shit and streaming just to be a hassle. Like, why the fuck do I want to bank on my hard drive not breaking down on me? Actually, this shit happened to me I think like 6 months ago. I bought a new hard drive and the shit crapped out on me. And I was just like, yeah, this is totally what I want to do. I want to risk my entire collection of anime on some fucking small ass box that can be stepped on and some shit. Like, yeah. I don't know.
Just come out of nowhere and just die.
Yeah, so like for me, I like owning my shit. I like physical copies. I like supporting the companies that bring me the material to the States. Yeah. And overall, I feel like it's just that's the way it should be anyway. For anything, honestly, whether it's anime, music, movies, whatever the fuck. If you want it, you should buy it, not cheat the system. You know, cheating the system. You know, if the system's bullshit, that's one thing. But if they're giving you what you want and you're just being a dick about it, you know, that's just fucked up. But I'm getting into industry rants, and let me just calm down. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure some people are going to get sensitive about that, but hey.
They can get a dick, that's what they can do. I just don't give a fuck, really.
I mean, it's a reality check, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree, man. I enjoy having physical copies, man. Like that digital shit, it can be cool and convenient from time to time, but like you said, I don't want to risk, you know, the device that I have it on to break down or stop working, and then even if I have backup copies to like a cloud service, it's still not really that reliable in my personal opinion. So I'd rather have the physical media. It's like, cause I know there may be some arguments where it's like, oh, you can break your disc in boxes. Like, I'm not fucking 7 years old. Like, the fuck out of it.
It's like, you know it's like the arguments they have against physical copies. I mean, technically, digital copies are probably the easier to do, but at the end of the day, the physical copy to me is something I can hold. It's something that can be passed on to generations, whereas digital copy is like, oh, I hit the delete button and everything, and then you're fucking screwed. It's not like you press one button wrong on your fucking PS3 or wherever the hell you're watching it on, and you destroy the disc.
Yeah.
Like, as much as digital is easier to use, it's just, to me, it's way too easy to fuck it up.
Yeah, pretty much. Not to mention download times. Like the video you had when One Piece took like 5 hours to download. It's like, shit like that is ridiculous. It's like, I could have just bought the copy, went home, and played the fucking game.
Yeah, like, fuck, that's the other problem. It's like, no one wants to fucking wait 6 hours of shit to download, even a torrent. and some tournaments take over like a day. And if it doesn't take a day, you gotta like fucking drop your quality and subtitles and shit. Like, to me, I trust a company whose fucking, you know, its entire purpose is to make shit that we'll buy. Because if they don't make shit that isn't good quality, then they're not getting money. Therefore, they don't exist anymore, and people lose jobs. Yeah. I'm more likely to trust a company like that than someone who's just fucking doing it for some type of ego booster because they just fucking feel like it, or they feel like they're fucking strong and powerful or helpful and shit because you subbed a goddamn anime. Yeah. Mind you, I'm not hating on the fan service completely because I still watch subs, so just understand that's my viewpoint when it comes to buying shit. I like to hold physical copies, and I like to support the industries that make the dubs that I fucking watch anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking.
Because dubs are awesome.
Yeah. Which really pisses me off about the people who torrent dubs. I'm like, come on. You're dub fans and you're torrenting dubs? Just get the fucking DVD.
There's so many ways to watch these shows now on Hulu, Netflix, Crunchyroll, Funimation.com, Anime Network. It's like, not to mention buying the physical media. Like, come on, really?
It's like even if you like the digital shit, why don't you watch it on like a fucking streaming service that's legal? Right. Like, it's easier and more reliable. Mm-hmm. But we're fucked.
Yeah.
If you got a problem, it's your own opinion. You know, whatever the fuck, that's just mine.
Yeah.
Oh god, but I think we rambled on like way too long.
Yeah, I think we probably did.
That's what Rodney gets for not showing up for his fucking Skype call.
Yeah, collecting anime is a great hobby. And remember, it is a hobby. It's not a necessity. I'm not telling you to use all of your money to buy anime, because I know a lot of people had that mentality when I do certain update videos or back when I did sustain the industry. I'm not telling you to use your food, rent, bill, necessity money to buy anime. Chill out with that stupid ass logic. I'm saying if you have the money, the extra money, then why not buy your favorite series? That's all I'm saying.
And really, people have asked me. Someone asked me this when I did my large ass collection. It was like, how the hell can you afford all this shit? It's very simple, people. People don't, just because there's a lot of shit you want to get doesn't mean that you can't get it. It's like, look, money management. If you know what you're doing with your money and you know where it's going each month, you can afford the things that you want to get. I mean, people do this shit when they want to make money for like new clothes and new shoes and new fucking cars and new accessories to their clothes or shoes and cars and shit. Like, people do this shit with like dumb things. So doing this for a fucking anime DVD is not that hard. So don't think just because you don't make $20,000 a year of shit that you can't do this. I don't make fucking $20,000. I don't fucking make $10,000 a year, to be honest with you. Well, no, that might be a lie. Is it? No, it's not a lie. I don't make $10,000 a year. So you ain't gotta fucking make this ridiculous amount of money to afford it.
Yeah, you ain't gotta have a bankroll and to have all that anime. Not to mention your collection is accumulated from years of collecting. Like, it ain't like you just bought all this shit at once. It's like money management, saving money, and collecting for a number of months or years. It's like, it's not that hard. It's not difficult. If you want something, you work hard and you just get it. Simple as that.
Yeah, the rule of life.
Yeah.
If you want to accomplish something, you gotta work for it.
Yeah.
So if you want a beast-ass collection, you gotta work for it. Mind you, BDUB's actually looks better than mine because I don't fucking have a giant-ass bookshelf to put my shit on.
Yeah, I know. I need another one because I'm stacking shit on top of shit and behind shit. So it's like, it's time for another shelf. So
how much is that gonna be? About like $100 some. Of course.
Probably. I don't know.
Motherfucker. And eventually, when you get your own house, you just have a fucking anime room.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, that's one other thing I'll say. Passing on to the generations. Yes, the first thing my son will watch if he wants to get into anime is One Piece. And yes, that's biased. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. We're rambling now. We're rambling. So, I'm gonna wrap this up. Closing thoughts.
Save your money. Money management and collecting anime is a fun and awesome hobby if you want to do it. So yeah.
Anime for the win. YouTube for the win. Collecting for the win. Yeah, sorry for stereotypical ending, but fuck it, I've said everything I need to say.
Yeah, me too. And right stuff for the win.
Yeah,
Right
rest
stuff.
of for the motherfucking win. Did
I
you
want
did
I
you see
want
that?
anime and I know it.
Just as
So
a side note, did you see that fucking? They did like a parody of like "I'm Sexy and I Know It."
yeah, I know.
Oh god,
That was awesome.
that was,
Like real, that was great. I liked it. It was just
that had me rolling. It was just fucking ridiculous. So everybody do the waddle, and this has been the Insane Game Freak, and
BDUB, do the waddle, man. Alright, y'all, peace out. BDUB, Insane Game Freak, peace.
life's a game, play to win. I'll catch you guys later. Oh shit.
Hey, where's my condoms?
Hi, Daddy.
I need
What?
to
Oh
see it.
no.
It seems I'm out of my condom box. Who's been in my condom box?
So where's my son at? Fuck. Jonathan. Give me back the condoms. Fuck you, Dad. What have I told you about embarrassing me in front of the bitches?
But the bitches don't mean shit. You told me you don't like them bitches. You just wanna fuck them. Well,
I know, but you're not supposed to say that in front of them. Nigga pull out the belt and start beating us. You will give me the condoms and get the fuck back in the room. And when I'm done, you can have the box back. But it will, and I mean it will, be sticky. Oh shit, let me stop.
yeah.